They just flat out didn't care for 30 minutes.
You are Locked On Syracuse, your daily podcast on the Syracuse Orange. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
For the first time in Locked On Syracuse history, we are going to do a post-game show, and we are really not going to talk much about what we just witnessed with Syracuse basketball. And I know that the final score, it reads that Syracuse basketball won a convincing exhibition game against Pace. They were at home and they won 75-57. But my big takeaway is that for 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of this game, they didn't care. Minus Sadiq White. Sadiq White, we love you. Sadiq White was the only one who actually looked like wanted to be on the floor. What an embarrassing display that we just witnessed from Syracuse basketball. Lazy. And you know what? I dressed the part for it. I dressed the part. Because does it look like right now with my attire in here? Let me mess up my hair a little bit for you all. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me mess up my hair. It's getting a little bit long, but no worry. Let me mess up my hair a little bit. I don't really care about this podcast. Whatever, I'm just kind of going through the motions. It's also exhibition for me too, after all, right? Right? I'm not supposed to care either because it's only an exhibition. But 1 second. All right, I'm back. I changed. See, I put on my Syracuse collared shirt. I actually brushed my hair. But you know why I did those things? It's because I actually care. Yeah, that's right. I actually care about you all, and I want to look the part when I'm doing these podcasts, and I want to make sure that I'm putting in my maximum effort every single time I do a podcast for you all, ladies and gentlemen. Every time, whether it's my best show, whether it's my worst show, my takeaway from every single show is one simple question that I always ask myself. Did I try my best? Did I do my best? Did I actually prepare for the podcast? You may agree with me. You may disagree with me. But the one thing I can always tell you heading into these podcasts and when I'm actually doing them is that I care. And all I ask from Syracuse is that they actually care as well. I understand that this was an exhibition game. I get it. You're playing a Division II team. That I understand too. But the only explanation for the fact that they were losing in the second half, and not just, early in the second half, no, like basically halfway through the second half, they were losing this game, is they didn't care. They just didn't want to be there. And we can sit here and say, oh, don't worry, it's just exhibition. The 2009-2010 team, that was pretty good, actually lost to Lemoyne in an exhibition game. You want to know what the difference is, though, between that team and this team? That team was head coach was Jim Boeheim. That's a team that deserves benefit of the doubt. Does Syracuse basketball right now really deserve the benefit of the doubt after what we witnessed last year and the fact that this team hasn't made the tournament in 4 years? And they think they can just show up and not put in an ounce of effort? Could you imagine if they were actually playing a Division I team? If that was the effort that they displayed against Buffalo, they would have lost that game. They would have lost that game by 15. It wouldn't have even been close. So yeah, forgive me. I'm freaking out. But you know what? I think it's warranted. Because what we witnessed was flat out embarrassing from Syracuse basketball. They didn't look like they wanted to actually be on the court, which doesn't make any sense to me. Why don't you want to be on the court? This is what you do. This is what you love, right? All I ask is effort. Yeah, you may win, you may lose, and we can sit here and criticize them, and we can sit here and praise them. The baseline is just show that you care. Show that you want to be there. And the only player that really exemplified that is Sadiq White. And I you know what? It makes perfect sense. Sadiq White, he did not play in the exhibition game against Buffalo. So he was itching to want to get on the court. He wants to play. He wants to make a good first impression. And you know what? He did. He was running up and down the floor. He was being a vocal leader out there. He looked like the only one who actually cared about the defensive end of the floor. Sadiq White is like the only one that I look at from this game and say, yeah, man, you played well. But not only did you play well, you actually looked like you cared. You showed effort. You showed fight in an exhibition game against Pace. Am I expecting Syracuse to go, full throttle like it's a Final Four game? No. But you know what we learned about this team in this exhibition game is that hopefully this clicks in for them. They don't have enough talent to where they can just expect to walk on the court, go through the motions, not really care, settle for outside shots when you're clearly bigger, faster, and stronger than your opponent, and expect to win against Division I teams. Coming up, we'll lay out the actual stakes for Syracuse basketball this season because I feel like they need a reminder. So stick with me here on Locked On Syracuse. Mazda crafts cars for those who do more than simply move. You can make everyday drives feel like anything but, from smooth handling to intuitive controls. With all-wheel drive standard in every crossover SUV, you can drive with confidence through almost any season. Like our players, or I should say like our Syracuse football players, we sweat every detail because when you make every move count, impossible becomes irrelevant. Mazda, move and be moved. Peloton is shaping the future of fitness with the brand new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus powered by Peloton IQ. It's the most advanced equipment yet, designed to give you real-time guidance and endless ways to move. Whether you're running, lifting, or cross-training with your favorite instructors, this is training reimagined. Peloton is built for breakthroughs with tools that help you plan, stay motivated, and reach peak performance. And the personalized class recommendations keep you engaged. You get workouts tailored to your vibe and energy level each week. So let yourself run, lift, flex, and push forward. Explore the new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus today at onepeloton.com. Hey, college football is still here, and guess what? We're entering the month of November, and I couldn't be more excited about it. The tailgates, the rivalries, the energy in the stands, there's just nothing like it. But let's be real for a moment. Actually getting tickets can feel like more of a battle than the game itself. Endless queues, hidden fees, prices jumping at checkout. That's why I use Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to fans. It's the easiest way to store last-minute tickets at the best prices with no surprise fees. What you see is what you are going to pay. Honestly, Game Time, it's faster, cheaper, and less stressful than any other way I've bought tickets. So take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDONCollege, LOCKEDONCOLLEGE for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Game Time today. Locked On Syracuse, I'm Jackson Holzer. Let's lay out the stakes for Syracuse basketball. And yeah, I am very upset. And once again, it's because of the effort or lack thereof, aside from Sadiq White, that Syracuse basketball displayed in this exhibition game against Pace. Yeah, I know they won by 18. That's because they tried for maybe 5 minutes of this game. The stakes for Syracuse basketball are so clear. Make the NCAA tournament, or you're likely not going to be back with Syracuse next year. That's what it is for this team. That's what it is for this coaching staff. How do you think they're going to respond from this? Or maybe you don't really care about it either. That's fine. You don't have to. How do you think they're going to respond? You think they're going to go out on Monday in the season opener and they're going to play a complete 40 minutes, but more importantly, they're going to show full fight and they're going to show full effort out there? Or do you think it's going to be same old, same old? Maybe they look decent in spurts and they just do the bare minimum to win. What do you think is more likely? After watching the first exhibition game where they took their foot off the gas in the second half against Buffalo and nearly coughed up an 18-point lead, and then after what we just witnessed against Pace, where they, for 30 minutes, didn't look like they wanted to be on the floor, did they? You know what I thought about during this game? Is that Syracuse last year had its worst season since 1969. And no, that's not some like clickbait headline or whatever. That's reality. If you go look at the win-loss percentages of Syracuse basketball historically, Last year was the worst year since 1969. It was before man landed on the moon. The Jets, I believe, were on their way to winning the Super Bowl. The New York Jets. And after that year, which was so embarrassing and so painful, not one coach was actually held accountable. Not one. I understand they're all on the hot seat now, but forget Autry for a moment. Not even an assistant was let go. Not nobody. They basically put 100% of the blame on the players last year. Let that sink in for a moment. It was 100% on the players, 0 on the coaching. Maybe I guess in the 100% you can include NIL issues, whatever. They exonerated the coaches, all of them. After the worst season since 1969. So it's almost like they don't know any better. Why should they? They just had their worst year and everyone's back. They didn't perform last year, but hey, all the players are different, mostly, aside from a couple of them, Donnie and JJ. But the whole coaching staff is back. It's all here. The whole gang is back. Not one coach. Syracuse football a year ago went 10-3. And they let go of their special teams coordinator. Because their special teams wasn't very good. So they changed it. Now, I don't know if Fran Brown's going to make any coaching changes in this offseason. Maybe you can give him a pass because of the Steve Angeli injury. I'm not going to hold it against Jeff Nixon, the offensive coordinator, that the offense is now struggling because, we know why. I mean, we've paid attention the whole season to Syracuse football. Their quarterback is just not very good anymore. But we know it works. Are they going to let go of the DC? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on Elijah Robinson. But that's a program that holds people accountable. They might not even play Ricky Collins on Friday. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. And Fran Brown tried for so long to stick with Ricky, and now he's changing him. It looks like it. I don't know for sure. But that's a program that holds people accountable. What about Syracuse basketball? Worst year since 1969. Not a single coach is let go. Not one. They're all back. You change the players, cool. Make the tournament this year. Let this be a wake-up call. I hope this is. I really do. Like, I root for Syracuse. Like, I want them to win. Personally and also, well, financially. Like, if they're winning games, it's good for me. I want them to win. I care about this team. But they should probably care more about their team than I care about the team. They should probably care more about their team than you care about the team. That's what matters. If you didn't care about this exhibition game, that's totally fine. That's within your right. You're not on the team. That's okay. You don't have to care. They do. That is the expectation. People paid to watch them play. They're getting paid thousands, hundreds of thousands. Maybe a couple of them are getting millions to play this game. So, pardon me for ripping this team for not giving a you-know-what for the majority of it against a Division II team. Yeah, the lack of chemistry. I don't care about lack of chemistry. What we witnessed in the first 30 minutes of this game was not a chemistry problem. It was an effort problem. It was a wanting to be there problem. It better change on Monday. Now, on a brighter note, as far as what's coming up on Locked On Syracuse in the near future, tomorrow we will have a fan reaction podcast. And then on Friday, Syracuse football, they have a game on Halloween against North Carolina. And there will be a full post-game reaction podcast. And win, lose, or draw with Syracuse football, I expect the bare minimum of effort. And I expect that we will get effort from Syracuse football. Not once have I actually called out Syracuse football's effort during this run. Yeah, I've called out mistakes. But even Ricky Collins, who hasn't played well, I don't think it's from a lack of trying. I don't think it's from a lack of caring. Not okay from Syracuse basketball. This needs to be a wake-up call. Comment your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening. If you like this podcast, hit that like button. If you really enjoy the podcast, hit subscribe. Tell all your friends. I'll see you all soon.